Are Arsenal ready to win the Premier League title? We've got three keys today of Arsenal's season upcoming, the 24-25 campaign, and what it will take for them to get over the mark and overtake Manchester City to win the Premier League title.
My spidey senses tell me this is going to get fucking tasty, baby.
How's it going, everyone? It's me, Stateside, with a new video. We're going to be talking about the Premier League season coming up, 24-25 campaign, and three keys to success for Arsenal FC. Starting off, we're going to talk about open play goals for Arsenal. They scored 86 goals, which put them second in the league last season. However, 10 goals from penalties. And then if you look at the rest of their goals, 20 of them were listed as official set pieces, which doesn't include throw-ins, doesn't include own goals, doesn't include the second phase of a set piece, which Arsenal heavily utilized last season. So that puts us around the 37, 38 mark out of their 86 goals, nearing close to 50% of Arsenal's goals coming from some form of a set piece, own goal, penalty, whatever you want to say. What does this mean? Does it need to be changed? That's what we're going to talk about real quick. Arsenal having such a high goal scoring record from these set pieces and penalties and own goals, and being able to force errors from the opposition, or even benefit from not the initial set piece, but a second phase from that set piece that they create themselves. Is that something where Arsenal need to go sign a 25 goal a season striker? Are they going to need to go sign a Ivan Toney? Are they going to go need to sign a Vlahovic? I do not think that's the case. I think that they need to figure out their open play goal situation. I think they maybe need a little bit more output from Martinelli this upcoming season. I think Odegaard scores a lot of goals. I think Havertz scores a lot of goals. I think at the right wing, Saka obviously contributes a lot of goals. Now, there are specific goals from set pieces. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I think Calafiori on the left back role will bring in a little bit more crisp ball striking. I think he'll bring a little bit more clinical finishing in that left back position. Obviously, we didn't see many goals from Zinchenko. We don't see many goals from Kivior as well. So maybe we see a little bit more goal scoring there. And then as we bring in another midfielder, Marino or Fabian Ruiz, how's that going to affect Arsenal's goal scoring throughout the season? We'll just have to wait and see. Our second key we're going to talk about is squad depth. I think Arsenal, they're playing their starting 11 way too much. I think that they need to be able to rotate. I think we saw a lot of Bukayo Saka coming off injured, or we saw him kind of hobbling through games a lot of times, just trying to get to that 90-minute mark rather than him being full strength and being able to complete a full 90 plus some if we needed him to. I think that he was just one example of that over the course of the season. For Arsenal last season, 4 players played over 3,000 minutes, including Saliba, who played every minute of the season for Arsenal. Now, the question is this a normal amount of minutes? Just for comparison, let's look at Manchester City. Manchester City's player that led in minutes was Rodri. He played 2,961 minutes, starting in 34 minutes. Second for them was Phil Foden, who has 2,857 minutes. Arsenal had 5 players with more minutes than Rodri, which were Saliba, Rice, Odegaard, and Gabriel, who were all over 3,000 minutes. And then just below 3,000 minutes was Ben White. So if you look at the top 5, that's all Arsenal players. 6th is a Manchester City player, and then 7th and 8th were Bukayo Saka and David Raya, who both played more than Foden. Foden then at 9th. So if we were to look at the top 9 most minutes played among Manchester City and Arsenal players in the Premier League, we've got 7 of those 9 are Arsenal players. So what does that mean? In summary, this is over half of your consistent starters for the club playing a substantial amount of minutes. Is there a way you can rotate these squads? When we're playing Ipswich, is Bukayo Saka going to be starting on the right wing? Or are we going to see a Reece Nelson out there? Are we going to see Jorginho starting to give Declan Rice minutes of rest? Obviously, Jurrien Timber gets injured last season. Are we going to see Ben White getting a few games off throughout the course of the season? Are we going to see maybe Timber even plays at right center back to give Saliba that break? It'll be interesting to see what Arsenal do. Are they able to kind of combat that difficulty they've had of rotating their squad and giving players breaks? Who is going to give Bukayo Saka that break that he needs? Is Fabio Vieira going to maybe play out on the right wing? Are we going to see more from Koscielny Dewberry? Nwaneri got transferred. I meant Nwaneri. My apologies. Academy players, just got the names mixed up. But let's go ahead and let's move on to key number 3. Arsenal's third key of the season will be their mentality. Was Rodri right when he said that Arsenal came and played for a draw at the Etihad Stadium? I think he may have been right. I think Arsenal, you tell them before the game, I think, yeah, we'll take a point against City on the road. I mean, that's a massive point for Arsenal in that moment. But the question you have to ask yourself is, when Arsenal goes and plays everyone else, are they playing for a point? No, they're not. They need to play for 3 points against everyone. Mikel Arteta said, what will it take to guarantee success against City? He said 114 points. That's the maximum number of points you can get in a Premier League season. As you may know, when Arsenal last finished out of the Champions League places, you could tell there was a clear physical difference between them and the other clubs. A lot of that due to age, a lot of that due to physical development that comes with the age that we had just talked about. Now you've got a team that at the back, I think players that are like 6'2 plus. I think Arsenal has like 5 or 6 guys that are 6'2 plus that are outfield players, not even including goalkeepers. Are we entering the season now where we bring in players and we have players on the squad that have that mentality development that they need, that mental development, where we have leaders on the pitch, vocal leaders, and are we going to reap the benefits of that? I think that's all, for time to tell. I think that these 3 keys are what will be instrumental in success for Arsenal this upcoming season. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you agree, disagree? Do you think Arsenal just again are going to come up short? Do you see them finishing lower in the table this year? Do you see them finally getting over the edge and winning the title? I'd love to have that conversation in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.